I started from my chosen pixel E6. Within my pixel lies Genk, de trail van Waterschei en de trail van Zwartberg. The pixel E6 is still located on the Campine Plateau. I thought it would be very interesting to do something with the trails within my pixel. Since these have been left a bit behind, it was the perfect place to do some research. I have done an enormous amount of research work at mijn depot in Torpark. The research showed me that the ground of the mines was polluted by all the remains and dirt that were left behind after the mines were closed. Also in the trails are remnants of the mines that polluted this ground. A large part of my pixel is man-made, so this is not the perfect ground for water to infiltrate in. A well-known example of polluted water from mines is acid mine drainage. This is a process in which the infiltrating water comes into contact with residues from mining activities and thus pollutes the water. A large proportion of POX can also be found inside the mines. This can also have harmful effects on human health. Because in the past they were careless with the mines and the discharge of their waste, the mountain is full of dirt. Drinking water can be affected, so a solution will have to be found. How can we deal with the water problem and the pollution of the trails? In my design process, I searched for a way to collect the water and return it to nature. I wanted to start a circular process so that the water can be collected and can no longer infiltrate into the soil where it is polluted. The design would be some kind of a machine or system that serves both to clean the soil and to clean the water that flows from it so that it can infiltrate cleanly into the soil. My design eventually became a water reservoir that will collect the water and drain it to a clean place for infiltration. Rainwater will be collected and drained by canals because rainwater will also run off the trail, which can lead to dirty residues. Halofite filters will be provided within these rings that collect the water. For example, the runoff water and the directly falling rainwater will be collected and purified. Some of the water will infiltrate between the green fields of the trail so that it is still supplied with a small amount of water for stability. Some of this infiltrated water will be taken up by the planted trees and released into the air. This creates a process of absorbing, purifying, and releasing water. The water to be purified flows over the soil between the plants. In the flow field, many complex biological, physical, and biochemical processes take place. The purifying effects of the flow field is mainly based on diffusion and sedimentation, the settling of suspended soil solids to the sediment. Organic material is broken down and nutrients are absorbed and converted by bacteria, microorganisms, and plants. I then looked for a number of plants that are suitable for placing in the halofite filters and in the green zones. These are plants with a number of beneficial functions, such as removing POX or chemical substances that may end up in the water, in order to drain water as pure as possible to another place. All plants that I have chosen are native plants. Within the process of purification, I was looking for an experience that could be linked to the story. After investigating a lot of case studies, it turned out that in other countries, for the fertilization of agricultural land, canals for water were also dug from the top of the mountains and could be followed by a hiking trail. So it also seemed interesting to me to make a walking route along my water system in which the functioning of the halofite filters is visible. From my fascination with photography, I looked further into the environment for interesting insights into this. From the trail, there is a breathtaking view over Genk and the surrounding areas. So I wanted to link my water system to a walk about the history of Genk and its origin. The history of Genk can be traced back from the trail, and an interesting story can be told. The walk will start at the original Waterschei mining site. From Torpark, the walking route will continue to the trail itself. This is where my whole story and the waterways start. The history of Genk will be explained from certain viewpoints. At these rest and view places, photographic images and a view will be used to work with what could be seen then and now in reality. Due to the water system and its biodiversity, it will attract a lot of animals that can be photographed too. In this way, the walk will continue and tell and show the whole history of Genk. After this, the water system continues to an infiltration point. This infiltration point is in sandy soil so that it can infiltrate perfectly into the Campine Plateau. The walk continues from here through Waterschei. You will walk along the discussed history and sites that were seen on the trail. Eventually, the route will continue along all the sites through the Tuinwijken and you will return to the start of the route in Torpark. The walking path will be equipped with a number of informative rest areas with a view on specific points of interest in history. Here you can read the information of the specific sites. You can also relax here while waiting for the animals that will pass or come to drink. The route and the water will form one system that is linked to each other. The walking route will be connected directly to the water canals. This will create a circuit in which you learn everything about Genk and its interesting but often forgotten history, the water system and its purification, and a photographic route where landscape and biodiversity can be photographed.